How do you create a TurboTax account? So if you want to file your taxes with TurboTax this year and you haven't filed before, I've filed with TurboTax for like the last 10 years. It's been a great product for me. There's an affiliate link in the description that will take you to this page, helps support this channel, and you get 20% off of any of your TurboTax purchases. All you have to do is click Get Started. That's going to pop up and say, do you have an account? If you're creating one, then you probably don't. So you'd say no. And from here, you're going to be able to create your account. And with any of these TurboTax products, you can actually just start for free. And so TurboTax for free, you might be able to file your federal taxes for free. State would probably have an additional paid element, but this first one here on the left is where I usually start. Even if I might think that I want an assisted expert to help me or a full service, yada, yada, I still start with this first one because you can always upgrade these things later. And so just click Start for Free, and that's going to take you through the sign up process. So you're going to enter in your email address, choose a user ID, password, and phone number. After that, you're going to click Create an Intuit account. So Intuit owns TurboTax, but you know, the account is basically the same that you would use for any of the Intuit products. TurboTax is one of those. Once you click Create Account, it's going to send you a text message and basically a code for the login. And so you're going to need to enter in that code into this area before you can continue. After you enter in that code, you're going to be on this landing page here that basically is your introduction to TurboTax. So you can say got it on that part, and then it basically gives you these things that you can check whether or not you have owned crypto or want to maximize deductions, have donated to charity. All these things help set up TurboTax to work best for you. Now, even if you maybe mess one of these up, like you unchecked donated to charity, and then you remembered, oh, I did have this big donation I did early last year, that kind of stuff you can add later, so don't worry. This sign-in process, you kind of just help TurboTax ask you the right questions later. You can always find extra information to input or enter. And so you go through this and kind of click through what applies to you, and you are basically already starting to do your taxes. It'll ask you if you're comfortable doing them yourself. This is probably basically to offer TurboTax products, which, by the way, like I said, if you went through that affiliate, you get 20% off. But I always just start off on my own because you can always contact someone or upgrade your product to have a TurboTax expert help you through filing your taxes. And so you can hit continue on all this. It'll take you through each of these options. All the numbers here are going to be 5s and 2s, by the way, because I kind of mask the information. So it doesn't cost $525, just so you know. You'll pick your product later. It just likes to lock you in early if you click on one of these other options, basically. So you have a TurboTax account now. If you've kind of reached this page, you can start filing your taxes for free. They give you a pretty good step-by-step process of getting everything set up, whether or not you filed taxes last year. You can probably upload or import things from last year, etc., until you get to where you're starting your federal tax return. And this is where we are, actually. And so it gives you a time estimate of how long it thinks it's going to take you to file your taxes. If this is your first time, it probably doesn't have a lot to base that on except for the information that you've given TurboTax so far. And from here, this is no longer your TurboTax account. This information is starting your information for your 2024 taxes or beyond if you're watching this later. You can see on the left-hand side, the 2024 taxes would probably be right there. It says 2025 for me, but it's actually 2024. And then we're going through my info right now. We'll go through all the federal income, deductions, etc., state, then review and file. So it takes you right through that process. So that's how you can create an account on TurboTax and file your taxes.